Gas that shit in there.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
Da, 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 da. It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the
Da, 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 da.
Yo, what is good? What is up? What is happening? Yeah, boy. Welcome to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is June 17th, Monday. And if you're just joining us and this is the first time you listening, did I say it's the Cruising Podcast? This is the Cruising Podcast, just in case everybody doesn't know. My bad. Woo! Okay, welcome to the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz. And if you're just listening for the first time and that was the intro that you just heard, the intro is from Gilla and also Nicole Quinn, aka Songbird ATX. Go check them out on Instagram at Gilla713 and also on Instagram. This is their Instagram handles. I keep forgetting to tell y'all this is their Instagram handles. And also Songbird ATX, man. You guys got to go check them out. Beautiful voices, beautiful rap. Oh, one of them is a great rapper. One of them has an amazing voice, as you got probably just heard. And Gilla is doing beats and stuff. So if you guys want some production work, boom, there you go. Hit up Gilla, man. If you want some production work, especially if you want to get them intro songs, if you wanted your own theme song, if you like, he could probably make walkout music if you're like a fighter or something like that. Just putting it out there, just letting you guys know. But where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And what you can expect from this episode. What can you expect? We are talking about House of Dragons episode 1, baby. Not the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil might be a light spoiler. I ain't going to lie to you. As you guys probably can see in the title, it's light spoilers. Okay. We like dragons around here. We like the nerdy dragon type stuff. And that's what we're going to do. And then also we're talking about the boys' first 3 episodes. No, we're not. We're going to talk about a little bit of it. We're not going to go too far in depth into it until the full season. I'm just letting you guys know right now, the full season, I will be having a full spoiler on that one because I'm just letting you guys know we got one more season of the boys and then they're done cakes. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Kaiju number 8, their latest episode, and how far and a little bit further into Demon Slayer, because I almost went to dragons again, but we're going to talk about Demon Slayer. And hopefully my computer battery does not die on me, mostly because if I try to charge it, it'll start to overheat, and I ain't got time for the overheating stuff right now. So with that, welcome to the pod. That's the pod for today. So we're going to start off with talking about House of Dragons. Also, if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out the Patreon. We just did a whole nother episode of mostly about mental health and things like that. So definitely go check that out. So with that, let's start off. I'm sorry. Okay. House of Dragons, baby. Let's talk about this. Listen to me. This show don't get connected. That's all I care. That's all I can tell you. Yo, the reason why Game of Thrones was so great in the beginning is because we weren't ready for it. Game of Thrones, when we first started watching it, let me backtrack. So I can make sure everybody has a history of my Game of Thrones history. I don't know if I ever told you guys my Game of Thrones history. So here it is. I went back to college. I went back to college. I think the second season. Maybe the second season. Yeah, it had to be wherever Joffrey gets got. Sorry, get over it. I mean, that happened almost over 10 years ago. So if you haven't watched that, it's your fault. Pretty much the first episode I ever watched, I mean, this happens to me almost all the time, is Joffrey getting got at the wedding. I think it's called, not the Red Wedding. Red Wedding was a whole different debacle that I definitely was not ready for. Yeah, yeah, it's a group. Yeah, yeah, that was my first one, and everybody was hyped that this dude was dead. I was like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all, he's that's a child. He's dying from poison. Like he's clearly choking and crying for his mother as after he ate some cake. They was like, look, a because that's just in case my pledge name Samson. Samson. This kid is evil. That is an evil person. I'm like, well, I mean, it's a child, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're happy that a kid is getting got right now. Like, this is, I seen how he was treating Tyrion Lannister, and I was like, okay, what's going on here? And they were like, you've never watched this show? I was like, no, this is the first one. This is literally the first episode I watched. I'm over here, I'm drinking with you guys, and y'all said this is a random Sunday night. This is after we had an initiation the night before. So this night, everybody's just sitting around at a random house. I forgot who house I was at. And actually, I forgot who house I was at, but we were at a house watching this show. I'm like, daggone, first of all, how'd you, on a college salary, do you have HBO? Secondly, we're watching this show, and I'm just like, okay, well, that happened. And that's my introduction to Game of Thrones, is Joffrey getting killed. And I started off, I was like, all right, well, I guess we got to get HBO. Went and got HBO Now, because it's actually, that was what it was called at the point, was HBO Now. No, it was called HBO Go. Was that HBO Go first? Yeah, HBO Go first. I think it was HBO Go, because you had to get the like subscription to HBO, and I was like, I won't be doing that. And so we started watching it. Oh, I got the DVD. That's what I did. I got the first DVD. I don't know where it is anymore, but yeah, I got the first DVD to the first season's DVD. And no, did I rent it? I forgot what the hell I did. I watched the show. Okay, I watched the first season at some point, and so as I was watching it, I was like, all right, well, this is got this is people that I thought were going to like be alive for the next couple seasons. You're just like, oh, they're just getting got all over the place. This is Walking Dead season 1. Okay, sure. A lot of other things going on here that gets a little freaky, but I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. You know what I mean? First episode, I see a kid get pushed out of a window. I said, no, they do a lot of child abuse on this show. This is really like, I've seen a child. My first episode I watched, the child dies at the end of the episode. This episode, I think the kid is dead because he got pushed out of a window after watching, a brother and sister doing their thing to each other inside of a watchtower. What are we doing here? So, yeah, that's really my introduction into Game of Thrones, is a lot of child abuse. And then this new episode of House of Dragons, more child abuse. I'm just putting it out there. Like the last season, we saw one of the kids of Rhaenyra get eaten by a dragon. And we come back to this season where she's pretty much holding out hope that the child is still alive. I don't know about anybody else, but normally when someone gets when they're riding a dragon and a bigger dragon comes and eats the other dragon while there's a human on it, that human is not really going to survive that fall, even if they fell. If they didn't get eaten, they also have to fall from hundreds of thousands. They've almost probably maybe thousands of feet in the air with the dragon, because they're in the clouds. So that's a long drop. So I'm not holding out hope that the person is still alive, but apparently she was. And yeah, I forgot about the little child king that they had take over. Pretty much all of them are Targaryens. If you don't know who a Targaryen is, they all have white hair. Okay, just putting it out there. All of them have literally all of them have white hair. Just putting it out there. I don't know why. I forgot why. Okay, the lore of Game of Thrones, it has escaped me, but I just would like to say House of Dragons is doing exactly what the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones did in the beginning. Don't, and I repeat, do not get attached to anyone. Pretty much. I think the biggest thing that people have been talking about is like the dudes kicking the dog. I guess we just forgot that, like, Ghost got almost whacked by the White Walkers. PETA needs to get over that. Okay, it's a fake dog. Okay, first of all, I mean, I do have a problem with someone kicking a dog in real life, like that would definitely be a problem. It's a TV show. Let's calm down a little bit. First of all, I mean, there's actually way worse things happening at the end of the episode than the dog getting kicked. I'm sorry, the dog survived the kick. What happened at the end of the episode, that person didn't survive. And I'm just putting it out there. I know I already told you guys the spoilers. I'm not spoiling who dies, but it's Game of Thrones. Someone's dying. But I rewatched it by accident. No, I didn't rewatch it by accident because I didn't believe I was hearing in noticing what was going on. And yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened. That end of the episode happened. That was real. Right now we are in wartime, but at the same time that happened at the end of the episode. Yeah, I don't know how I feel yet about that part of the story, but yeah, the noises was the worst part. I didn't need that. Y'all could have just cut. Y'all could have cut that scene, and we would have known what would have happened at least. But like they said, nah, we're going to give you all this. You're getting this. You're getting the whole shebang. And I don't know how I feel yet. Like it really bothered me to watch and hear the noises because I didn't know what happened. And like when like I was messing around on the phone for a second, and then I missed it, and I was like, all right, well, let me rewind back because we have that technology now. And so I went back, and I was just like, oh, I shouldn't have went back. Yeah, that definitely, yeah, that was a thing that happened, and I. Son for a son, just put it out there. It was a son for a son. Wish it was one of the sons that I definitely have pissed me off, but different son. Just put it out there. Yeah, like, but overall, the episode for House of Dragons was amazing. It was like for 2 years off. I think it's been 2 years. Yeah, I think it's been 2 years. Right? It's been 2 years. We go back. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Who knows? But it's been a while since we had House of Dragons come back. It's back in full force, in full Game of Thrones lore and everything like that, and a lot less Renaissance sex. I mean, we got one scene of Renaissance. No, two. We got 2 scenes of Renaissance sex with the same person. So, and hey, shitty way to find out something. But yeah, it's a great show. Great show so far. Yeah, great first episode. Someone definitely is definitely gonna be some repercussions coming from what happened at the end of the episode for sure. It's crazy because it's not, the noises wouldn't have bothered me if it wasn't the person that it was happening to. I think that's probably what messed me up more. It was like, oh, this is not cool. Okay, we're gonna have to just damn, my neck is killing me. Yeah, that was wild. But yeah, it was a great episode. So all right. So we've also been watching The Boys season 3. So far, I don't know who is review bombing this show, but no, like what are we doing here? Like this show, damn, I think it's not as great as the other couple seasons, but then again, once again, this is the first 3 episodes, and we're kind of at a point where, I don't know, like, is it just me? And I might be wrong in my upset, my observation, but like, bro that plays Mother's Milk, he looked a lot more healthier, like a little thicker. Like he looked a lot healthier. Like right now, he looks kind of like. And also, he got kind of the Hitler stash, kind of almost. He got the like, it's close, it's very close. And I don't know. I still like his shirts. His shirts are the shit. He has the best shirts. Like his t-shirt game is 1,000. Is it 1,000? I don't know how I feel about him being the leader though of the whole crew. It seems like he wasn't supposed to be the leader. He was really supposed to be the guy in the back of the shadows doing all the like dirty work that, Butcher was the one that's supposed to be really running everything. And to me, Mother's Milk should not be the one, to me, should not be the leader right now. Even Huey is not. Huey's not really following what he's doing. Like no one's following his orders pretty much. And they've almost been killed like 5 times since he became the leader of them. I don't, yeah. Starlight, I think where we're getting a review bomb right now is because it's kind of like Homelander is Trump and Starlight is AOC. Can you say AOC? Possibly. Extreme liberal versus extreme conservatives, I would say. And like if we're going to female version, I would say AOC right now. Maybe if anybody can find a better comparison, yeah. So it's pretty much, I think it's because people are trying to say, oh my gosh, it became woke. That's the stupid thing ever. Stupid thing. Oh, it's too woke. I don't want to watch it. It's so woke. They went woke. I don't think it really went woke for real, because like so far, like the right wingers are kind of winning. And I don't know. I'm starting to get sick of this shit, man. It's just like you're review bombing it because of it's today's society. They're because it's a mirror. It's a mirror to today's society, just with superheroes and non-super. Actually, it's 2 superheroes going at it right now. They're the leaders of both these parties. And right now, I like that it is a mirror for a superhero show. And it's a very raunchy superhero show. And it's also a very violent superhero show. And the superheroes aren't actually heroes. It's crazy how like we're sitting here watching it and we're just like, they don't save shit. They fake it. They fake saves. This is crazy. So yeah, it's the first 3 episodes. Like it's really just Homelander really redeveloping the 7, trying to fake everybody out with Noir. Sorry. You see pretty much A-Train trying to figure out if he wants to be a good guy now or a bad guy still. His brother kind of throws some shade at him too. It's just like there's a lot going on. I love that there's so many storylines going on, but they all fit perfectly within the story. And to me, I think that Homelander is definitely evil Superman, and he's trying to develop Ryan into Brightburn. That's what I think is going on. They trying to make him into Brightburn. I know it sounds kind of crazy to y'all. If you guys haven't watched Brightburn yet, Brightburn is kind of like if Superman came down as a child and was evil and actually was doing the intended purposes of what Superman was, of Kal-El was supposed to come down to Earth for in the first place. Just putting it out there. Just if anybody wants to go read about what Kal-El was supposed to do when he came down to Earth instead of what he did, you'll see like that's what Brightburn was. So I think they have done a very good job with the actions. I love seeing Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I like seeing that this is pretty much a supernatural reunion. I know it's Eric Kripke. Eric Kripke is one of the creators of he's one of the producers or creators of Supernatural. So right now we got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Last season we had Jensen Ackles. I'm sure he'll be back this season. We had boy that played Chuck in /God. We got Bobby Singer again. It's just a lot of supernatural actors are part of this show right now, and I am loving it. I'm cool with that. It feels like I'm having another supernatural reunion here on The Boys. This is so cool, and I'm very excited to see much more. I'm hoping Jared Padalecki comes, man. We get Jared Padalecki, I'm done. You ain't gotta say nothing. No, I ain't saying nothing else to nobody. Jared Padalecki, because Walker just got canceled. Just putting it out there, just letting y'all know, guys. I don't know what happened, but Walker was canceled, and we might have a Dean and Sam reunion. Just putting it out there. You're welcome. And it would make sense. Just putting it out, just making sure people understand that if because remember, Noir got murked by Homelander, and they got a stand-in right now for him, and it wouldn't be surprising. We haven't seen him. Hold on, still haven't seen his face. Just putting it out there. Have not seen this Noir's face, so it'd be very surprising. It wouldn't be surprising if, because Noir and Soldier Boy been together for a while. I mean, been like, been part of a team with each other for a while. Won't be surprising. Just put it out there. So I'm just gonna let it ride, and we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, man. So far, I think the first 3 episodes were, they weren't up to the high standards of what the boys have done so far, but consistency wise, I think they still were 3 very good episodes. I wouldn't say they're the best boys episodes, but there was definitely three really good episodes that really set up what the season is going to be about. To me, I don't see what the problem is. So I just think it's just fucking haters, and people just want to say negative shit all the time. It's sad world that we live in. All right. So I'm going to continue on the Kaiju number 8. I'm sorry, it's going to be like a little bit of a light spoiler, but Kafka becomes a Kaiju in front of everybody. You're welcome. Really, Kafka, they fight this big ass Kaiju that continues to get bigger. Apparently, the last little fight with this Kaiju and the vice captain, until the commander finally comes. I don't know what the fuck took her so long to get to this fight. Don't understand it. But hey, you know what? She got there. She got this big ass cannon, and they did what they had to do. Apparently he was just. It's kind of cool that like we get a little bit of a backstory of the vice captain. Like he's the only person in the defense force that uses knives. And like he was told all his life that like, you're not going to be a part of the defense force just using knives. Like you're fighting against big ass monsters. Like what are we doing here? And then the only person that told him, hey, you have a place here is the commander right now. So it's actually kind of cool to watch. Seeing his backstory, and then Kafka really trying to like not turn into the Kaiju to save everyone, because that's what he's been doing for the past, couple episodes. Since he's became a Kaiju, this is the thing that he's been doing. And he was about to do it the first time, and then the commander comes, and then the last breath of the big ass Kaiju is that like it was one big one and then a bunch of little ones that all the little ones went and combined together on top of the city to become like a nuke. And really it's just pretty much Kafka had to do what Kafka had to do, man. And I wasn't surprised because of course human reaction that everybody was like, yo, we got to take you in, dog. We don't know what the fuck you are. We don't know if you're friend or foe right now. But to me, if someone just saved the whole entire city from nuclear destruction, I would feel like I can hear them out a little bit. Hopefully I get to hear them out. And I can hear them out if, they just punch the fucking nuke out of the air. That'd be great. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. You just saved a lot of people's lives. I don't see where this is a problem. I really don't. I'm okay with you saving everyone. Good job, Kafka. But I mean, yeah, they are. But you are still afraid of this monster, pretty much. And so that's pretty much that whole episode for real. For real, it's just now they're scared shitless, and we're gonna see pretty much, I guess, the trial of Kafka, or Kafka the Kaiju. We're gonna see the trial of Kaiju number 8. That's what we're gonna see. Once again, sorry about the. I mean, if you haven't seen Kaiju number 8 yet, go check it out. It is simulcast on Crunchyroll right now. I know I kind of spoiled it. I spoiled it a little bit, but you should have watched it. It's your fault. No, I'm joking. Sorry, but if you are planning to watch it, it actually is a really good show, and the music on there is fucking amazing. Okay, I went back and listened to I don't know how they got One Republic to do the outro to this damn fucking anime, but they did, and they killed it. Fuck, man. Hold on. My battery about to die to this motherfucker. Yeah, we're at 17%. All right. Lastly, we're talking about Demon Slayer Hashira training. Tanjiro, really the last episode I've seen is Tanjiro finally got fully healthy after getting Ginyu to join the training finally, because Ginyu feels like he should have been the one to die, and not, and not the kid in the forest that actually taught Tanjiro how to become a demon slayer, who was a ghost. It's kind of crazy that Tanjiro learned from a ghost how to become a demon slayer. fucking amazing. But we see that, he's fully healthy now. He's outrunning everybody. We see Tenjin and his 3 wives. He has 3 wives. Yeah, Tenjin is a pimp. Let's be real for it. No, I'm joking. Tenjin is he's a giver of all. You know what I mean? That's what he is. So we see Tenjin really after the fight at the entertainment district. This is the first time we see him, and he's still, training at that level of a Hashira, even though he had to leave the Corps because he lost his arm and also lost an eye. So yeah. If you haven't watched since the entertainment district, fuck. We even had the Swordsmith Village. So we got 2 more episodes left of the we got 2 more episodes of Kaiju number 8. We got 2 more episodes of Windbreakers. I gotta watch Windbreakers, so that's gonna be later this week. We're gonna talk about that. But Demon Slayer right now, what I've seen so far is really them training to get ready for upper level demons. And really it looks like it's only Tanjiro that's ready to fight again against these upper level demons. We'll see if like the rest of the Corps gets with it. I'm actually can't wait to see the Snake Hashira and what is old boy? I forgot what he is. He got a bunch of cuts on him though. I forgot what Hashira he was. Oh my gosh. It's like different elements. So there is a Snake Hashira, there's a Sound Hashira, that's what Tenjin was. Water is Genju. There's a stone one, love, the butterflies, whatever. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of different. There's quite a few different Hashira right now. But they're all training with the Hashira right now to become stronger, hopefully become stronger to fight upper level demons. So right now, what I've seen so far is Tanjiro is getting taught by Tobito. I'm gonna fuck the name. I suck with names sometimes. Oh boy, with the blue and the black hair with the blue tips. He pretty much they're all the same. He's actually those two were kind of like the same age, and they fought together at the Swordsmith Village. That's where they fought together. So definitely, if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out the newest season of Demon Slayer. It's actually pretty good right now. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like my stuff. Okay, so this is fucking up now. Sorry, y'all. So if this sounds any different, my bad. I don't know what happened. My fucking shit just is fucking up right now. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay. All right, so we're having technical difficulties now. That's cool. So with that, we're gonna call that an episode. So if you guys have enjoyed the episode, I'm sorry if it was a lot of spoilers, a little bit of spoilers. It got a little spoilery a little bit, my bad. So but my battery's about to die to this damn computer too. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast, where you can find the Cruising Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. Hopefully, you guys heard this remaining pod. If you didn't, please let me know. I don't know what happened. It's just hold on, it works now. It's probably gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. Okay, cool. So if the sound just changed, it's because I had to change back to my other mic because for some reason the mic unplugged for whatever reason. So but with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening. Please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Also leave a like and subscribe on YouTube. And please, if you have any friends and family, please let them know about the pod, man. You know, word of mouth helps your boy. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much for listening. Oh, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. So with that, I'd like to say I love all of you. Thank you so much for listening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.